going on, guys? Nick back here again today with Flow Nexus. And lately, while I've been working with clients, I've noticed that content creation and posting has been very frustrating for people and a major source of not only sucking a lot of their time out of their day, but also just not really seeing the results that they're looking for and kind of draining their energy. So I want to make this video series. There's already a first part out, but this is going to be part 2 of the video series on content creation and just how to use content more effectively to grow your business and get your message out there. So today's video is about repurposing your content to maximize your marketing efforts. And this video is not only going to save you a bunch of time, but it's also going to help you reach a lot more customers and have a much more concise message when you do reach those customers. So I advise you to stick with me here till the end. We're gonna go through this whole approach and then provide a way you can easily implement this into your business starting today. Very quickly, let's just take a look at what a lot of people are doing. And I've seen this time and time again, where it's a business owner or someone who's got a lot of things on their plates, they're wearing a lot of hats, and marketing isn't necessarily their biggest focus, but also they know that it's important. But here's how this usually plays out. So the business owner or whoever's in charge of the marketing will decide today is a good time to post on Instagram. Let's get a video post going. We have all of this video content we shot, so let's put it out there. They go ahead, they make a reel, and they share it on Instagram. And then later that day, they'll say, hey, we got that Instagram post up. We could really use a blog post now. So they get going and type it on the computer and write up a blog post, and then that goes up on the website later that afternoon. The following day, they come in and they say, you know what, maybe that short form stuff wasn't where it's at. Maybe we should create a long form video. So they go and shoot a long form YouTube video, upload it to the channel, boom. This is followed by the weekly newsletter that's been in the works for the past few days. Hold up, let's just stop right here. This could go on forever, and I think you're getting the idea. If this type of marketing and content distribution sounds familiar to you, and I'm gonna call it random content generation for the purpose of this video, then you know how time consuming and frustrating of a process this is. The good news is that what I'm here to share with you is going to save you a ton of time and stress so that you don't have to ever get into random content generation ever again. Let's dive in and start with the big idea here, which is that you can create content for every platform that you use, all based on one idea or message. You don't have to be out here doing all of these random things. Let me walk you through the process and explain what I mean. For this scenario, let's just say you own a business and you want to tell your customers exactly what it is that you do. So what you can do here is start at the top. And by this, I mean start with the main message and idea that you want to get across. As always, you should be able to immediately answer, who is this piece of content for? And what does it drive them to do? This was the topic of the first video in this series, so go back if you need a refresher on that. But answer those key questions so that you have your main idea really dialed in before you start the content creation at all. Once you have that, you can go on to the next step, which is to dive into long form written content. I think that is the easiest way to start because it allows you to really get all of your ideas out on paper and get them into a very usable and concise format. One way to do this would be to start with a long form written piece of content, whether that's a email draft for your email newsletter or a blog post or something like that where you have the message all written out. Let's say you started with a blog post. Once you have this all written out, you can use this as kind of the center of what's going to become a spider web of all your content. And that's the whole idea of this video. Sorry about the cars. Now you're gonna take this blog post, you're gonna take this written piece of content that you have and you wanna run with it. So you want to use that for everything that you possibly can. So let's say you take that and turn it into a script for your long format YouTube video, or you take that blog post and turn it into the framework for your email newsletter, or you take that idea from the blog post written out and read that off in a way that you can put on a podcast. The idea is that it should all start to come together off of this single foundation and spread outward. So now you've got a long form YouTube video. Why not cut out some of the clips out of that video, format them vertically as they would be on your iPhone or any type of cell phone, and then share those to your Reels, your TikToks, your Shorts, your social media stories, share them on all of those different types of channels, and basically all that requires is you taking the key pieces of your video that you've already created and turning them into a slightly different format and then uploading them to the channels that they need to go to. So instead of having to recreate everything from scratch and come up with all these different ideas, now you're just taking them all from one source, reformatting them for the platform they're going to, and boom, now you've got 20 different pieces of content, however many platforms you're using, that are all related to this core idea, and they're all pushing your customers to take the same action. And I want to remind you, this is just one example. There's really unlimited ways you can do this depending on what platforms you're using. There's so many different platforms you might be doing marketing on, so you can use this same strategy across nearly any platform and it will work. So now that you understand how to repurpose your content, create a content spider web, and stop doing random content generation, the best place to start, like I mentioned earlier in the video, is with writing. So practice the way you're writing about your brand, whether this is through consistent blog posting, just writing notes every day, or however you want to do it. Learn how to write about your business and write about what you want to say about your business, and you will be in a much better place to create amazing content. But we're going to go into much more detail on writing in future videos, so be sure to subscribe here, and we'll catch you again very soon with more actionable advice you can use to grow your business. As always, if you need help simplifying your marketing to increase your sales, I'm a marketing coach with Flow Nexus, and I'd love to help you out. I will leave my email on the video and in the description, as well as a link to our website, and you can just go there, book an appointment with me, and schedule a one-on-one meeting. That's all I've got for you today. Now go out and make big things happen.